Right.
Well, ask him to come down and sit with me if you don't want to sit with me.
Okay, Rabbi, you are good to go.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom. Nice to virtually see everybody. I'm Rabbi Andy Rosencrans, and welcome to the Rosencrans Kitchen / living room, along with my family. And I know that Cantor Jen's family is in her living room. These very different circumstances. I don't think we ever thought that we were going to be doing this today, but with the invention of modern science and technology, we are pleased to provide a Shabbat worship experience that I think is going to be enjoyable for you and for your family. So maybe in Brady Bunch style, we all look up, down, left, and right and say Shabbat Shalom to everybody. And Cantor's going to open up for us how wonderful, pleasant it is for us to be together.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hello.
One's on two products.
Hello.
Another one.
Thank you for being ready. I was going to sit behind you. It's not the same as it was last week.
Oh. What happened?
Everyone's muted except for you, Cantor and Rabbi.
I know, but all I see is your screen.
I see your screen.
Huh. All right.
Oh, someone else's screen. Hold on.
Somebody.
Okay, now you go ahead, Cantor.
All right. So I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm gonna sing this one live for you. So we're not together tonight in person, but we're here together virtually. So I thought I would share a new Hine Matov. This one is by Ilana Arian. She works at Central Synagogue in New York City. And this has a call and response. Once we get to the English part, I'll teach it to you first. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Actually, I'll ask Noam to come help me do this next part in English. You just repeat after me. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. So try that with us. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day.
Say something. It's all light art to you.
Hinei matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad.
Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
If you have candles and matches, make sure you have them and get them handy because I'm going to do a little reading and then we're all going to light our candles together. And I'm here with Lila and Javi. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
So for those of you who have the electronic version of the Mishkan Tefillah, our prayer book, I'll tell you what page we're on. And I'm going to read from page 125. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day, and let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide.
Each week we sing the Lachado D, and we usually sing 3 or 4 verses. But today I wanted to share this version that I grew up with at camp, which really only shares part of the text from the last verse, Voi Kala, which means enter, O Sabbath bride. And I chose this one because I just felt like I've been at home. I haven't been doing very much of anything active, but I felt like I really, really still needed Shabbat. And this is the verse that reminds me that Shabbat is finally here. Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala. That's all it is. Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, yenei Shabbat nekavela. Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala. Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, yenei Shabbat nekavela. Last time. Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala, Voi Kala.
So if you turn to page 144, Cantor is going to lead us in what's called Katsi Kaddish, which transitions us into the main section of our prayers, and it gives thanks to God. Everybody knows it as the mourner's Kaddish, but we actually say it many times during the service to say how great God is. Yitgadal v'yitkadash, exalted and hallowed is God.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba amen. Ve'alma divrach iruti ve'amlich malchuti v'chayechon u'vyom echon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala ba'agala u'bizman kari ve'imeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach Le'olam olam me'almaya yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitoda, v'yitole, v'yithalal, l'shemei d'kodeshah, rechu, le'ela, min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, Zamiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen.
Let's turn to page 147 at the bottom. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. And for those of you who know where East is, even in this very difficult time, never throughout Jewish history have we ever forgotten Jerusalem. Have we ever forgotten Israel? Have we ever forgotten our people? And that's what the Baruch Hu is all about, praising God and remembering Eretz Yisrael. So, wherever the sun is shining in your house, you want to face the opposite way, and we're going to rise for the Baruch Hu. Although I don't know if Cantor's going to do that.
Well, I'm going to try something.
Time doesn't stop as we bring on the evening with Ma'ariv Aravim on page 148.
I want to say it.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, v'chokhmah poteach she'arim, u'vitvuna mishanei itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'misader et hakochavim, v'mishmaratehem barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or. U'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla, u'ma'avdil bein yom u'vein layla. Adonai tziva'ot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim, Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta Torah umitzvot, ukim umishpatim, otanu limadata. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. As we prepare by reciting the Shema, the watchword of our faith.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. The Adonai, the Adonai, the Adonai, with all your heart. Everyone sing it with me from your houses. Here we go. The Adonai, all your soul, with all your strength, with all your strength, with all your heart. Love Adonai, love Adonai, love Adonai, with all your heart, with all your heart, with all your heart.
So there's this beautiful song the cantor's going to sing in a second. It's called Standing at the Sea. And it's the song of freedom for everyone and liberation and redemption. You know, one can only imagine what the Israelites must have felt as they were literally standing at the sea, having escaped Egypt, about to go over to the other side into a land unknown. I think that we can probably today all relate to the concept of the unknown, because one of the most difficult parts of today is just that, the unknown. But like the Israelites standing at the sea, they had faith, and there was a strong sense of resolve in that faith. So our prayer tonight with the Micha Mocha and the Standing at the Sea song the cantor is about to sing is a prayer for liberation from the constraints I know that we are all feeling. And it's a worldwide prayer tonight, not just for us, I think for everybody, because the whole world is facing the same situation. So let's listen to Cantor as she sings Standing on the Sea.
Standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, freedom's on our way. Singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom. freedom's on our way. The sea she parts, Michamocha, sea she parts, Michamocha, the sea she parts, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. Walking through the water, Michamocha, walking through the water, Michamocha, walking through the water, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. We're on the other side, Michamocha, on the other side, Michamocha, on the other side, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. One God, Michamocha, one God, Michamocha, one God, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Freedom's on our way. Freedom's on our way.
Page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Cantor?
This is the prayer I keep coming back to ever since this whole thing started. Asking for God to shelter us. And it's going to sound really crazy, but this melody came to me in a dream, which has never happened to me before. So I shared a little bit with you last week. I'll share a little bit more now. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. V'hamidenu, v'hamidenu, shomreinu l'chaim. V'hamidenu, v'hamidenu, shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Let there be love and understanding among us, all of us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eloheinu l'shalom.
Page 165. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city, but prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. In a moment, I'm going to ask everybody to rise and once again face east. And Cantor's going to lead us in the opening to Tefillah. And then we can either pray silently, whatever prayer comes to your heart. If you're with your family, I'm going to invite you to say words of love and endearment to whoever's by your side, your children, your wife, your spouse, your partner, your parents, whoever it may be. You know, but it's interesting as I read these words And if you really pay attention to the meaning and the intention, the kavanah of the prayer, they take on different meaning tonight. That's one of the beautiful things about our worship in Judaism, is how there's so much renewal in what's happening in our lives today. So yes, prayer can water an arid soul, and it can mend a broken heart. And tonight, tefillah or prayer can rebuild a weakened will. So let's all rise for tefillah.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Zatai Tifta. Na 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 Ufiagi. Ufiagi Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Satai Tifta. Na 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 Ufiagi. Ufiagi Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Satai Tifta. Na 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 Ufiagi. Ufiagi Tehilatecha. Yihyu leratzon imreifi dehegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri. Tegoali, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri. Tegoali,
So a very special Mishaberach this evening on page 371, because we think of everyone. There are people who are in the hospital. There are people waiting to be in the hospital. And I think that this Mishaberach, we're going to say names to ourselves silently. I'm not going to read them out loud in a minute. But I want to especially recognize not only those around the world who are affected by the coronavirus, but their families as well. I know we have people in our own community here in Palm Beach County, here in Wellington, who this Misha Bayrock is special for this evening as well. That's not at all to take away from anybody who has somebody in their family or in their friends or in their community who's been on our Misha Bayrock list, but it is a prayer for everyone. I also want to make a special mention of the caregivers, and this evening we keep in our hearts all the doctors, all the nurses, all the RNs, all the therapists, all the administrators at the hospitals, at the assisted living facilities, anybody who has any connection to the medical field. Their anxiety and their level of worry these days is understandably very high. So let's keep them in mind as well for this Misha Bayrock. Misha Bayrock, Avotenu v'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, hu yivarech et hacholim v'rapeh. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill and in need of healing. And let's pause for us to either say names out loud at your own computer and table or in your hearts.
May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Yisheberach imotenu mekol habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Dear friends and family, never in our memories has there ever been a time like right now. I think the most disheartening thing about our circumstances is the unknown and not knowing if what the future is going to hold for us. Stating the obvious, not knowing if we'll get this virus, if our family will, if my family or my friends will become infected, not knowing what the numbers will be like in the future. Just not knowing is very difficult. Probably one of the most anxious parts of the circumstance that we're all experiencing today is not knowing when this is going to end. Even with natural disasters, we have an idea of what to expect. We Floridians are used to, for example, tracking the worst and most devastating of nature's forces. We know how to prepare for a hurricane, for example. We know how strong it's likely going to be and what kind of damage we can expect. We usually even have a time frame of when things might return to normalcy. But not so with the case that we're living in today. Like you, I'm holed up here in my house. I love my kids. They are the breath of my life. They give light to my eyes. They are driving me absolutely up a wall. And here is what I have learned in quarantine over the past couple of weeks. My David Letterman top 10 list, if you will. Number 1, there are a lot of rap songs with a lot of bad words. Number 2, Jonas Brothers really aren't that bad. You should check them out. Number 3, who knew that there'd be hit singles in 2020 called Renegade and Roxanne, and they aren't by Styx and the Police. Number 4, Parenthood, the movie, really isn't appropriate for kids, and you have to do a lot of fast forwarding. Number 5, thank God for Netflix, Amazon, and streaming in general. Can you believe that it ever just was CBS, NBC, ABC, and your local public affiliate? Number 6, Zoom used to be a kids' educational show. Now it's my lifeline to the outside world. Number 7, I'm convinced Sanjay Gupta and Dr. Anthony Fauci have identical twin brothers because they are on TV everywhere all the time. Number 8, if I have to listen to that Lizzo song about tossing my hair and checking my nails one more time, I'm going to lose it. Number 9, I'm still trying to figure out what TikTok is. It used to be the sound that my grandfather clock at my grandparents' house in Daytona Beach used to make, but apparently it's got something to do with dancing now. And number 10, I have discovered there's no such thing as a bad Clint Eastwood movie, and yes, that includes Every Which Way But Loose. In all seriousness, I have to say I miss everyone. In God's creation of Adam, the first human, God declared, Lo tov heyota adam levado. It is not good for man to be alone. Self-isolation has shown us more than any other experience can show us that innately we were created to naturally form communities. No amount of social media, Zoom meetings, or Facebook posts can replace the one-on-one interaction that we have with human beings. A hug, the shake of a hand, the studying of a face, the intricacies of an expression, a laugh and a smile with a grandparent over Skype is never a replacement for the real thing. But it's not just my family and friends I miss my temple community. These past few weeks have reminded me not that I ever forgot of how blessed I am to be the leader of your community. I miss the office staff, my partner, Cantor Jen, Meredith and Samantha, Sherry and Sharon and Sandy. I miss the smiles of the preschool children and their warm embraces. I miss sing-along with the teachers each Friday morning, cracking dad jokes with the Shorashim religious school classes on Sunday morning, watching the faces of the proud parents of a bat mitzvah girl as they sit in the first row of our sanctuary, learning Torah from my friends Shabbat morning in the library with Nancy's real caffeinated coffee. It's my life. And although I'm generally not an ungrateful person, COVID-19 has impressed upon me more than ever how happy a life I lead. I was talking with Erica yesterday of what it's going to be like when all this ends. Can you imagine what that first social interaction with your friends and family is going to be like? That first time we're all back together Friday night for Shabbat. That first time you can say hello to your neighbor by extending your hand or arm in a warm handshake. And not to sound too dramatic, but if this thing continues as long as they say, I keep having this vision in my head of that sailor in Times Square kissing that nurse in jubilation at the end of the war. Last week, we finished reading the book of Exodus, and we began this week with the reading of Vayikra, the first portion of the book of Leviticus. Whenever we end a book in the Torah, we say, Chazak, Chazak, v'nitchazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Like many of the stories of the Torah, Life today can be just as challenging as what our ancestors experienced. Each generation, it seems, has a test of will, a test of spirit. Who knows? Maybe this will all end in a week or two, or perhaps this could be our test of resiliency, our moment in time when we are asked to find strength in the recesses of our souls where we never imagined resilience and strength could live. I pray that we all wake up tomorrow and the fear is gone, along with that crushing isolation that we're all experiencing. But again, the worst part of it all is just not knowing. No one can tell us if we are looking at weeks or months. Part of this all. But we have faced calamities before in our collective human history. Some not as dramatic and alarming as this, some beyond any type of comparison. But the one common thread throughout any of history's trials has repeatedly and consistently been this: strength, courage, and faith in the grace of God triumphs always. And I am confident that will win the day eventually again. May God bless all of us on this Shabbat. Amen and Shabbat Shalom. This virtual Shabbat could not have been done with a lot of people involved. Samantha, Meredith, two special people who I know are helping us this evening, Gabe Margasak, our sort of IT expert, and Eric Forti, who has been working so hard behind the scenes with us. So I want to say thank you to all of them. And I'm going to turn it over to Eric right now, who's going to say hello to everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you, Rabbi. And my name is Eric Forti. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, we would like to welcome you to our first virtual Shabbat service. We hope that everyone is safe and healthy during this challenging time. And please know that the temple is here for you. As a reminder, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is our virtual Shabbat Torah study, and at 8 p.m. is our first Zoom live family Havdalah service with the rabbi and his family. We hope you've been enjoying the daily Yom Yom videos on our YouTube channel, which are also available on Facebook every day at 5 p.m. Cantor Jen is continuing B'nai Mitzvah lessons, and our religious school is featuring virtual lessons for our students in the coming weeks. Our Torah study on Saturdays is continuing as well, amongst many other outreach efforts through our rabbi. And as always, our rabbi and cantor are available to anyone in need of a listening ear. For our preschool families, our teachers have been hosting virtual events with their students, including a dress-up day challenge this past week on Facebook. We are so appreciative of all the pictures, posts, emails, and text messages about how our synagogue children and preschool children are responding during this time. And there is so much more. Please be sure to follow our Facebook page, YouTube channel, and read your weekly emails, which are now being sent out on Mondays, to take part in everything you can. Our temple and preschool are still thriving, albeit virtually, and continuing to fulfill our mission for all of our congregants. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm going to turn it back to the rabbi.
Eric, thank you very much. Our service is going to end with Aleinu and the Mourner's Kaddish. We'll do a little Motzi and Kiddush and say Shabbat Shalom to everyone. So if you are virtually following along in your Mishkan Tefillah, it's page 586, and we will rise for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכול, להכיר לו יוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כבויה רצון, ולא עשנו משפחות האדמה, ולא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים משפט
We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for blessing. As we mourn those who died in recent days, Elliot Browner, brother of Ira Sandberg, and Rebecca Walker, mother and grandmother of Allison, Michael, and Tate Rosenberg. We also mention by name those whose yard site fell within this past week, as we keep them in our hearts and our memories as well. Harry Nussbaum, John Hoyt, Matthew Kessler, Al Jacobowitz, Nathan Lerner, Jay Lehman, Seymour Horowitz, Dr. William Tannenblatt, Susan Rotter, Molly Eckhouse, Beatrice Weinstein, Goldie Hammer, Seymour Silver, Rose Yasuna, and Marshall Yasuna. And let's take a moment for anyone else who you are remembering for the Mourners Cottage whose yard site fell this past week. Page 598, Mourners Cottage. Yitkadav Yitkadash Me Rabbah, Yamad Divarach Yirte V'Yamlich Malchute, V'Chayechon U'V'Yomechon, U'V'Chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'Agala U'Vizman Kariv V'Imru Amin. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam U'Lamei Almaya. Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpa'ar V'Yitromam V'Yitnaseh. V'Yitadar V'Yitalev V'Yitalal Shemei D'Kedusha Barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, v'da'am miram ba'ama v'imru amin. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amin. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amin. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all of Israel, to which we say, Amen. So we are now going to do our Kiddush and our Motzi. You can turn to page 122. I know my kids want to get in on this. We have our big, beautiful Kiddush cup, and I got my little one, Javi, right here, who's going to help. Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Voker, Yom HaShishi, and there was evening and there was morning the sixth day. Everybody raise your Kiddush cup, glasses. The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pori hagafen. L'chaim.
Higher head. Okay. Everybody, let's grab your challah if you have it. I happen to know that Erica told me that we got the last challah from Publix around the corner from us. So if you don't have a challah, you can blame Erica. Okay, Cancer, let's go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. B'tevon.
Yeah.
All right.
Have some.
Our closing song. Noam, are you going to help me with the closing song? Oh, you got your guitar? Here we go. Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Asher malach b'terem kol. Yitzir nibra. Le'et nasat. V'chefzo kol. Adai melech shemo nikra Adon Olam. Ve'acharei yichlot zachor. Levado yimloch nara Adon Olam. Ve'hu haya. Ve'hu
Olam.
Asher Malach.
Asher Malach.
Karen Cole. Tzir Nira. Yenasa.
Azar Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam. Vehu Echad Ein Sheni. Zehab Shelo Le'afira Adon Olam. Li Rishi, Li Tachlit, Velahal V'Hamisha Adon. Everybody Adon Olam.
Adon Olam.
Asher Malach.
Surfaces. And then when you came at the bookstore,
Azar Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Look at Miss Gershberg.
Thank you very much.
Take your headphones out.
Awesome.
Shut it down.
All congregants. All did this.
Hi.
May we all be blessed with Sabbath peace and Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Goodbye.
Bye. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, everyone. Great job.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Cantor.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Go enjoy the Jonas Brothers.
Bye, Larry.
I don't know how to turn it off.
I don't know how to turn
Oh, I
I don't know how to turn it off.
Click on leave meeting.
Okay.
Everyone.
Have it shut it off.
Are we having an oneg, everybody? When does the oneg start?
Okay, I want to set up a meeting.
Meeting.
How do you shut this thing up?
This is still on.
Oh, look, they're getting
Oneg
cupcake.
time.
What's the matter?
Hi, Rubensteins. Thanks for joining us.
I'm gonna go home. Leave meeting.
Okay, I think it's still on,
Hi,
but I
Robin
put it on
Cantor.
mute, so it'll shut up eventually.
Can I have a
Lucy
cupcake?
Gabby? Lee?
Well,
No, he's back there.
I'm sorry you didn't share it with me.
I'm making pizza.
Oh,
Who is that?
I know, Steve, but you
Oh,
weren't
Robin.
really sharing it with me, and I really felt that I needed it.
This was so nice. I can't tell
It's
you.
still on there. Shut up already.